Hi, Karen. I'm thrilled as always to see you. It is so nice to be spending this time with you in the middle of summer, or I guess early summer.
Early summer. Oh my gosh. Katie, you're luminous as always. Oh my gosh. And happy almost fucking July. What are you what? Happy
Happy.
last day of the first half of the year.
It is the last day of the first half of the year. Yes. I was going to say August 30th. No, it's June 30th, people. We
Ooh.
know. Yeah. How wild is that? Yeah. Also, happy 13 days before your birthday, Karen.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm super ready.
I, are you? No. Oh,
No,
shit.
not at all. No, no, no. I mean, I'm ready to turn 50. I feel like I've been telling people like, because I've done so many 50th birthday parties. Or like 50, so many people have turned 50 this year that I'm like, oh, well, I'm already 50. Like, I'm fucking not.
Oh my gosh, that's so real. When I go to
I
birthday
know.
parties that like have similar ages to me, I'm like, oh well, I turn the same as them. And I'm like, wait, no, I have 3 more months. What? Like totally, totally. Okay, so for
Yeah.
our YouTube listeners, you may notice some extra flair behind me, if you will.
Such a good name for it.
So there for our audio listeners only, that's okay. What you are not seeing right now are 11 helium balloons behind me, 11.
Oh my
So
gosh.
here's the story, Karen. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I was like real jazzed up about my 44th birthday, which happened in the middle of June.
Yes.
And I called up the Bend Party store and I was like, hi, I would like to order 11 balloons. And they were like, okay. So then they're like, just do it on our website. And I was like, fine, Brittany. Yes, her name was Brittany. Yes, she's fucking Gen Alpha or Gen Z or whatever the hell. And and like she's like, okay, well, when you're done with your order, please text me because then we'll do the invoice. And I was like, an invoice? What the fuck, dude? Like, can I just
What? An
I'm being
invoice.
so mean right now. And I'm like, I wasn't mean when I talked to her. I'm just anyway. So I order these balloons, and there is a large. For those of you who are not on video, there is a large unicorn, a large cow, because the cow is cute. That's it. There's no other meaning. Just fucking cute. Love the cow. And there are two large fours for 44, and then multiple colorful balloons that have fairies on them. So I feel great about this choice and I don't tell anyone about it. And then so I get a text from Brittany and she's like, "Hi, just double checking, do you still want all 11 balloons?"
Wow. Wow,
I'm like,
Brittany.
wow, Brittany, coming in hot, really? Like, come on. I've already said yes to that. So I write back and I was like, yes, Brittany, I would. Please send the link for the invoice. Thanks so much. So $78.25 later,
Yeah.
I get all these balloons. Then I finally tell Tyler about it. He's like, those are not going to fit in our car. And I was like, you know what? Well, then we'll have to take two fucking trips, dude. Like, they're like, it's fine. And so did they fit in the car? Yeah, they fit in the Subaru. You know what? So now I wasn't in the best place mentally the week of my birthday. So now I'm enjoying them and they're deflating a little bit. And I actually, it's funny because I was having a call with a friend recently and she's like, I love this so much. And I was like, thanks. I'm like, I like the balloons now too. And I was like, I might have to move them though, because I have a couple like prospect calls, like with potential clients. And she's like, no, you can't
No.
move them. She's like, this is core to your personality.
I agree. I agree.
And so, you know what? They're staying. The fucking cow is staying.
Amazing.
Yeah, I really like the cow. It has a smiley face.
I
So,
mean, now I'm looking at him. I saw the unicorn
yes.
and now I see the cow. I This is incredible. I mean,
Who doesn't want 11 helium balloons? You
my
know?
gosh. Well, and they last a long ass time. I gotta say.
Yeah, no, they're. I remember for Tyler's 40th birthday, I got him a four and a zero and a large pizza slice. And it was like 6 weeks later. And he's like, can we throw this away? And I was like, no. I'm
No.
like, we're going to give it to our neighbor who's 7. And that 7-year-old neighbor loved it. And so I was like, we can't throw away the pizza slice. Anywho, so that's
Ah.
what's happening with me. But yeah.
Oh, I love it so much. I
Oh
love
my
it so
gosh.
much. I mean, it's a statement piece. It's a
It
statement
is.
piece.
It's a statement piece. It is. It's like I just keep thinking about the Miley Cyrus I can buy myself flowers.
Yes.
Except to sub in balloons for that. Doesn't really rhyme as well, but not as many too many syllables. Anyway, yeah. Okay, I also have to tell you something, Karen, that I need to talk through. So
Sorry, I was just thinking words that rhyme with balloons, and all I thought
nothing
it was
rhymes with
spoons. I was
I can buy myself
bal
spoons,
balloons. It doesn't
balloons.
take all
Oh,
my spoons. Something. I don't
ooh,
know. We're gonna have to workshop it.
hey. Ooh, I love that. Because the spoons, a lot of people are using like it doesn't
Yes.
take all my spoons for mental,
Yes.
bandwidth. Ooh, loving that. Also,
Yeah.
flowers and balloons are the same number of syllables, I'm realizing. Okay, so Karen,
Oh my
may I
God.
ask you to help me with this conundrum that's not really a conundrum?
Of
Okay,
course. Hello.
so I, as we both do, love Dua Lipa.
Ugh, I
And
love Dua Lipa.
love her. And friends, if you do not follow her on Instagram, you're missing out,
Mm.
dude. Like her Instagram game is strong.
Ooh,
Anyway, and she is on tour, and there is a slight chance that I can make it to a concert in Seattle. But here's what I'm looking for your help with.
okay.
I'm looking for your help to release me from going. Because here's why. I know it's sad. It's
Oh.
way too much. Like
Oh.
my October, anyway, details, but like it's going to potentially make me crack in half if I don't have
Mm.
more downtime. And unfortunately, I think Dua Lipa is I'm gonna have to wait until our next tour. Man, I can't even say that without
I know.
sniffling.
Have you ever seen her live?
No, have you?
No.
Oh, I would love to.
I would love to, and I think she's coming to Chicago at some point.
She is. She is in September.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was September. Thank you. Okay, here's
Mhm.
the thing. It's an arena show. It's not like she's going to be in your living room.
You're right. Yes.
Do you know what I
Correct.
mean?
Correct.
This is not like Dua Lipa After Dark, like some Vegas lounge. Like she is young. Ideally, she keeps touring.
Yes.
Your well-being is worthwhile.
Yes.
And just go watch her Tiny Desk 9 times. That is the best. First of all, it's the most watched Tiny Desk. And I think it's the best Dua Lipa performance I've ever seen.
Really? Oh my gosh.
The first one, not the second one. Like
Okay.
it's during COVID and she's in a
Oh,
sound stage and it's so immaculate. It's so good
wow.
because it's that album that came out during the pandemic that we were all
Yes.
like, Dua Lipa got me through. Like, yeah, it's the
Yes.
album that made us all fall in love with her. Hands down the best one. And then she did another one at the actual Tiny Desk and it's not as good. It's so
Mm,
disappointing. So
okay. Good to
watch
know.
the soundstage one. And I mean, yeah, I mean, if the like if the things you're weighing are like your well-being
Versus Dua Lipa.
and versus 2.5, 3 hours with Dua Lipa, where she's this big on stage.
Which I'm really just looking at the screens anyway.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I will also say, I mean, shout out to the bootleggers of the world. Like, my sister's never been to a Beyonce show, but has like also never missed one. Like, people are streaming these shows,
That's real.
right? Like,
Yes. That's so real.
I
That's
think it's okay.
Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate that. I really, really do because this has been like this has just
I
been a moment. I
know.
really want to. And yeah, I mean, they're not cheap, of course, the tickets, which, and then also just
Mhm.
everything around it, the flights, the hotel, the whole. Okay. Thank you, Karen. I think I'm going to sage myself after this and
Yes,
release Dua. I'm just
and
releasing her.
Palo Santo, and
Yes.
what's the other thing I was going to say? Oh, I mean, also, I don't know if this is helpful. Like, make a list of all the things you have going on. It's not like without Dua Lipa, you've got nothing. Like,
No, that's
part of
actually the issue. That's the
right,
issue. Yeah.
like I feel like you're full
I'm full.
potentially,
I'm
right?
full.
Like your social
Hmm.
boundaries full, your like list of good things you're doing. I just listened to the episode where you talk about the dance class you're taking. Like, oh my God,
Yeah,
so much good stuff.
I'm trying to I'm actually thinking about renting my dance studio like for like an hour a week
Oh,
and just doing my own practicing in there because I would love to do it in my garage, but I am worried about twisting my ankle
oh God.
on like a wrench. I don't know. It's not that we're like our garage is that dirty. It's not dirty. It's actually very clean. It's just
Okay.
it's a little different than being in a
Yeah,
dance studio. So, yeah, no, I'm totally with you. It's like it's okay to just let things go.
I
So,
know.
it's a lot. Anyway, this has been a lot of me in my
Oh
monologue, and
gosh.
thank you for helping me through these
Oh
moments,
yeah.
Karen. As always, I so appreciate you. How are you doing?
As always.
And how are you landing today in this Jupiter and Cancer new moon?
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you let me know about it. And to be fair, you and I talked for half an hour before we hit record,
Which
and
is the best.
I feel like I was just like, bleh. Katie, I'm gonna
I
phone
love
all these things in.
everything. Yes.
Ooh. I'm good. It's been I'll tell you later. It's been a rough week.
Hmm.
And today's topic is actually inspired by some things going on, and I'm good. I'm okay, but like yeah, it's challenging things have happened, and I feel like something I'm learning as I've gotten older is that like I have to nail dealing with hard shit when it happens. Like I
Hmm.
can't let it take me out because it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep happening.
Yeah.
And I feel like being able to reframe it and to like in real time, like either journal or like say out loud, I talk to myself all day long, like what's challenging, what I need to move through it, how can I set it aside if I can set it aside to deal with later. Like I'm just realizing like I have to figure out how to do it better because yeah, life's gonna keep on lifing.
Yeah. I'm sorry that it's been a hard week, Karen. I really am. And I so appreciate you being honest and like talking about this topic because I think that a lot of people are having a lot of feelings right now. It's a wild fucking time right
It's a
now.
wild time. It's a
Yeah.
wild time. It's a wild time, and it is a wild time of gaslighting. It is a wild time of
Ooh.
like these absolutely horrific fucking things are happening, and you just need to pretend like it's fine and normal,
Mm.
and that this is just what we do. And like the constant combating of that, like, is hard. It's fucking hard.
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
Yeah. And it's like, but to your point about like, how do we get through? How do you get
Mm,
through these hard times without having them take you out? Yeah.
yeah.
I would love to also have that skill. Yes.
I mean, which
Totally.
is like another reason it's always so fun to talk to Tanya because I feel like she's also just like this beam of light and like,
Yes.
oh, so insightful and yeah, just a joyful spirit. So
Yeah.
thank you, Tanya.
Yeah. Thank you, Tanya. I so appreciate like last week when we talked to her. I mean, it buoyed me for days, honestly.
Same,
For real. It really did.
same.
Yeah. I mean, friends, if you think you love Tanya, just
Oh,
imagine actually talking to her. Like it's you
right.
go into a portal of magical fairies. Like that's yes. It's incredible. It's incredible. Okay, so let's get into it. So this topic, take it away.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so broadly, I think I came into this thinking like, oh, let's talk about feedback. But I think I hone in on in this thing that you and I share, I think, right? That like the thing that incenses me about feedback conversations is when people say some weird ass shit like, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
And my response is, okay, motherfucker, well, don't make it personal. Because people don't know how to deliver feedback in a way that's not personal. They want you to not take it personally, but they make it about you, or they say it in a way that's super shitty, or like make it nearly impossible to not personalize or internalize it, and then are like, oh, but don't. I'm doing a thing, but you can't
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
actually receive it the way that I'm giving it. And I need people to
Mm-hmm.
really be more intentional about how they deliver feedback.
Yeah, like check in with yourself. Like how is yes. Yes, yes. Thank you for bringing this up. Like because like I mean the people giving feedback, not you, Karen, checking in with yourself. Like that's not what I meant. But like it's so it's upsetting like to say like don't take this personally, but it's like the
Oh my
preamble. If you're
God.
gonna say don't take this personally, maybe wait a minute and think like, how am I showing up in this moment? How can I own
That
my
part.
shit so that like because here's the thing, I think feedback is really valuable. I think that it's like it's a good thing to be able to feel safe enough to say the thing that is either bothering you or but like it's not gonna it's yeah, it's an art form. I don't think that I have mastered, and I don't know if very many people have, frankly.
Well, and like, I think it's the balloons that made this idea pop into my head. Like, feedback, it is valuable. And it's also like fool's gold. You got to
Mm,
sift through it to figure out what the gold is and what is some shit you can throw away. Because not
yeah.
all feedback is made the same. You don't have to care. We don't have to care what every person thinks. And not everybody's opinion is worthwhile.
Yes.
And the idea of that feedback is a gift, like, yeah, it is, but you don't have to take it.
No, no. Also, like going back to what you had said, I think it was in last week's episode about like just because someone has an opinion doesn't mean it's right. Like it's like that is, yeah, that's mm, no.
No.
Or they're loud, or they're like the person
Mm,
that is like the most vehement in the room. That doesn't mean that they're right about what they're
mm,
saying.
mm. Well, and I feel like even even feedback you discard can have something helpful or meaningful in it. Like even feedback that I just am like, keep it to yourself, oh. Even keep it to yourself, oh,
Yes.
feedback. I've walked away with something. But yeah, I think one of the things that I try to think about is like something you said at the like beginning is like take a beat. What is the goal of delivering this feedback to this person? And
Mhm.
I don't think we always do it because I think too often it's a reaction to something.
Totally. Totally.
And a response, I feel like, is more thoughtful. And it's like, what's your goal here in delivering this? Like, if the goal is just to like vent your emotion at somebody because they upset you, is that helpful?
No. Mm-mm.
Is that
No.
advancing this relationship or whatever it is you're doing? Like,
Right. Totally. It's also like doing it like it's like spewing stuff that then you're expecting the other person to clean up and then distill down and then make like a Cliff Notes version about what they should be doing. It's like that's a lot of emotional labor that you're putting onto that person. And it's like, and this is, I'm not saying that I'm immune to this. I definitely have done this, like where
mm,
I will say something to someone where and then I'll be like, wait, oh, shoot, like that's not really what I meant to say, or that's, yeah, it's really hard. I mean, it's just, and I think going back to what I had said earlier about that all feedback is a gift, I think that's bullshit. I'm like going to
mm.
cancel myself from six
Oh,
minutes
no,
ago
no, no.
because no, because here's the thing. It's not like sometimes feedback is just mean.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's like, and it actually has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the other person.
Oh, that part.
And I think it's hard for me at least to like parse that out because
Hmm.
I think like everyone, or at least I guess I can't speak for everyone, but I am a delicate flower. And I would like people to handle me very nicely. And I don't want to feel like a delicate flower, but I'm a fucking delicate flower. And it's like, I want, like, what is it that Brene Brown has said? Like, soft front, strong back, or something to that effect. Or
Mm.
like maybe that's like a Friday Night Lights quote. I don't know. But like,
Got
it's
it.
just, but like, it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, I think the people that I notice taking feedback well, or at least letting it roll off, are soft on the inside, but do have a shell of like, hey,
Mm.
I'm not gonna let all that in. I'm not gonna be so porous. And it's very hard
Mm.
sometimes to not be porous, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm really talking a lot of words, but like this
No,
is yeah.
but I mean, I feel like Going with this porous analogy. I really like that word. I feel like, you know, I would rather, honestly, I am also on the delicate side. And I think of, I don't know if Frida Kahlo actually said this. I really hope she did because I love it so much. Like, what is it? Fragile, not like a flower, fragile like a bomb.
Ooh.
And
Oh shit.
like, and I feel like I would rather, as you and I talk about all the time, feel my feelings, be able to like manage them and process them and make sense of them and learn from them than, yeah, just have this steely exterior and like never fucking learn from anything.
Yeah, totally, totally, totally. And that managing and processing and feeling can be really fucking hard. And it's
It's,
like that's
it's
like
terrible.
that is an act terrible. It's terrible. I mean, it's the worst. I mean, it's like that is an active decision though. Like in
Oh,
every
yeah,
moment. Like to
for sure.
be like the truest version of yourself in feedback giving, in feedback taking, in feeling the feelings. Like it's I mean, it's more than a full-time job. It is. It's
I
oh,
agree.
yeah, I keep thinking about someone who gave me feedback recently that I it was an interesting thing because I do think she actually owned her shit. I think it's a good example of
Mm,
decent feedback. So this friend of mine, I she wanted to schedule a phone date with me, and this is earlier this year, and it didn't work for me. Like I was really struggling
mm,
with other stuff and I kept putting it off and putting it off. And finally we got on the phone and she told me her feelings were hurt. And
mm,
it was one of those things where I like she didn't make it like Katie, you suck. Like, oh my gosh, like you're a shitty friend and like what the fuck. She was coming from a very honest place of like I really needed help and like
mm.
I really it made me sad. I don't remember how she said it, but she's like it hurt my feelings. And like it was real
Yeah,
and it like went right in and it was like okay, this is someone I love and I
right.
don't want to hurt them and I want to take care of myself. And so it's like how do I like I think disappointing people has to be something that I practice, frankly. And
Oh,
that is a whole different podcast
mm,
episode. But
man.
like I think the thing is that like we moved on like at the end I was like hey I'm really sorry like I really am I'm
Mm,
like please I never want you to feel like you're being abandoned by me in any way like I love
yeah.
you I care about you and like I messed up and I totally owned it and I did and it's like
Mm,
and so it's just interesting though because I came away from that conversation and I didn't feel like this internal sword had been chopped through my heart, which
right.
is how some feedback feels. And so like that's but like
It's
I it
harmful.
was actually kind of it kind of helped us get closer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
there's something good about that.
Oh, kudos to that person. And I'm sorry they were struggling. And
Me too.
also, you're right. Like, if you don't have the capacity to show up the way somebody needs you to, you just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole disappointing people put a pin in that one. And I will also say, I wonder if your friend has read Nonviolent Communication, which I
Oh,
know we've talked about.
okay, so I have that on
Same.
my bedside table and I have not cracked it open because it's all of those books that I have that I've never read that I think are going to seep through osmosis. It's yeah, I need to read Nonviolent Communication because she was incredible at it and also she's very very versed in therapeutic conversations. And so like
Mm.
it was a yeah, I think that she probably has read it actually.
I say that mainly because I read it for a coaching class. I loved it. I mean, we only had to read certain chapters and I got it from the library and then I bought it. And I feel like what she did was like like it's part of it is very needs based. Like I needed this thing from you or I
Mm,
needed this thing and I didn't get it and this is how it made me feel. But it's not putting it on you. It's like I needed a thing and this is how I felt about not getting the thing. And so it's
yeah.
not blaming. It's just like yeah, like you said, it's taking ownership. Like, she didn't say you really let me down or however she framed it, like made it like I needed something,
Yes.
you know?
I mean, I think she might have just been looking at that book when she talked to me because like that's literally exactly what she did, Karen. Like truly. She
Oh,
totally owned it. I felt this way. This is how it made me feel. End of sentence. And so it
yeah.
was, and then it was up to me to be like, "Oh, I see you. I acknowledge how you feel and I'm sorry for my part in it." And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And thank
and
you for telling me.
totally because it felt clean. Like there
Mm.
was a cleanliness to, I don't know if that's the right word, but like
I
to
like
the
it.
interaction. Like it was clean. She was clean with her energy, I was clean with my energy, and that was it. And it's like that made it so that we could move on, you know?
Yeah.
So so yeah, but I also just got a pop-up notification that my client is trying to call me. And so
Oh,
like
okay. All right.
I'm so sorry, but I have to cut it off. Okay, Karen, well, it's been wonderful talking to you.
Same.
Yes, friends, we hope that this feedback conversation has also helped you feel wonderful.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. And we will see you all next week. Thanks for listening.